Review hearing, anybody's got a review hearing or anything?
Thank you.
Now have your attention, please, all rise. Lawrence County Municipal Court is now in session. The Honorable Donald R. Camper presiding. All those having business before the court draw near and shall be heard. God bless the great state of Ohio and this honorable court. You may be seated.
Good morning. Welcome to Lawrence County Municipal Court. Today is May 30th. I'm Judge Capper. As you can tell by looking around, we have a really big docket today. So have some patience. We'll get to your case, but it may take a while. We have reviews to do first for people who have been ordered by the court to do things, and this is a check or review what progress you're making. So when your name is called, come up to the table to the right. People are out in the lobby. If you got a review, you need to be in here now. You miss when you're called, you're going to go to the end of the docket. Call the reviews.
Jonathan Benson, Chad Bickett, Marshall Cullum, Amanda Hicks, Thomas Jarvis, Bradford Lusher, Gina Mason.
Jonathan Benson.
Yes, sir.
24/1988. And you paid off your fines. You've done most of your community service. I do have a report from RS. I've got the one May 28th. Is that?
Yes,
Yeah, it's already in the file. And it's a very good report. Good job on that. Okay, you just got to continue with your counseling and got a couple days more community service to do, get that done. And I'll give you another review. Are you working now, sir?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so court's usually Mondays and Fridays. Which day of the week is better for you?
Oh, we can do a Friday.
Okay. You've done so well, so I'm going to go a little longer out before your next hearing. I'll make it July the 18th.
All right.
That's
Thank you.
Friday, July 18th at 9 o'clock.
Thank you,
Continue
sir.
with your counseling, get your community service done.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Chad Bickett, 09/11/21. Chad Bickett. Chad Bickett is not here. He paid his fines, but he hasn't done community service.
No, he was not here at all either.
Okay. Be a warrant issued for failure to appear today. Marshall Cullum, 25/9.
Yes, sir.
All right, Mr. Cullum is here. And you've done some community service, most of it looks like. You still have funds to pay?
I have the cash here today to pay it. I got the card from Mr. Cooper right there, and I went to the website and I typed in all of my info, and it didn't pop up anything.
Okay.
But I have the cash here today to pay it.
You can see the clerk and make your payment. And actually, this got put on the review docket, but it should be a sentencing because we have the bond posted now. So, anyway, you're paying it off in total?
Yeah, I
Everything
got the
you owe?
whole full amount.
Okay. And I'm showing that you just owe 1 day of community service.
Yes, sir. I was also involved in a motorcycle accident. I got a MRSA infection in my arm from it,
Okay.
so it's been kind of hard to.
That was scratched, Your Honor. He came in all scratched.
Yeah, I came in half dead. Like,
Okay, well, I'll give you some time to get things completed since you've done most of it today. I'll
Appreciate
make
that,
you
sir.
July the 18th also, so that gives you a month and a half to get it done. I'll put it on the sentencing, but if you've paid everything and done your community service by then, you don't have to show up.
thank you, sir.
You understand?
Yes, sir.
Okay, July 18th, 10 o'clock is your next hearing.
Thank you, sir.
You're welcome. Amanda Hicks is here.
Yep.
12456, 1804. How are you doing?
I have my papers from Hawk. I'm doing good.
Okay. You still working for the doctor?
Yeah.
Okay, great. Okay, I'll get your report from Hawk, and it looks good. You've got good screens.
Yep.
Okay, can you pay anything on your funds today?
I'm gonna pay all my fines, and I did community service on Saturday, so I'm gonna try to do it again this Saturday.
Okay.
She did, Your Honor.
Well, that'll go towards your fine.
It should already be reflected in the...
Okay. Well, I'm really proud of you
Thank
and the progress you've made.
Thank you.
It's been a journey, but
has.
you're there. You gotta keep working. How's Haley doing?
She's doing good.
Okay,
She's doing
your
really
mom
good. Everybody's good.
and the kids?
Yeah.
No, the whole family now.
Yeah. She got
Okay.
them back fully, so everything's good.
Good. All right, let's give you another date. What's better for your work schedule, Mondays or Fridays?
Fridays.
Okay, I'm gonna set you for July the 11th. That's a Friday. July 11th will be your next hearing. Okay, good job.
All right,
Keep
thank
up.
you.
Keep working. Yeah,
Okay.
keep at it.
I appreciate it.
Thomas Jarvis, 23972. Back to your arm.
Well, it's a cover-up.
Okay, it's a very good report from Prestera. So I'm going to complete your case. You've done your community service, you paid your fines. So I'm going to complete you. You don't have to come back here anymore. It might be a good idea. You got to do whatever you need to do to stay on the path.
Yeah.
And maybe Prestera is the answer, but I'm not going to stand over you and make you do it anymore. So good luck to you, and your case here is completed.
Awesome. Thank you, sir.
You're welcome. Bradford Lusher, 213173. Bradford Lusher has done everything but the driver intervention program. And that was ordered, so I'll issue a warrant for not appearing. Gina Mason, 25246, is at ODP. she's inpatient now.
Yes, she came there voluntarily.
Okay. And you're trying to taper her off methadone?
She's
That's the plan.
at least lowering her dose at this point.
Okay, well, I think that's a good plan because I'm going to assume you're going to the Ultimate Treatment Center. Or is that what they call it in Huntington?
Yeah.
Not a good place to get, in my opinion. Just, because I see a lot of people here, they just pass it out like it's candy. There's no effort to get you clean. And then I see people there on methadone and they're testing for fentanyl and methamphetamine too at the same time. So it's not really helping the situation. So I'm on board with this. I'd like to see you get either totally off of medically assisted treatment or go to, another substance other than methadone and do it with OBP. I mean, it's more of a medically based facility and they're going to help you rather than just pass out what you ask for. Okay? So you've got community service and fines and costs to pay, but we can wait on that while you do your treatment.
Okay.
You getting clean is goal number one. That's above everything else. We can wait on the other stuff. Okay, so you're going to finish up there with that program the end of June. So
Yeah,
I want to
June
see you
26th.
about when you're finishing up so we get a plan as to what's going to happen next. So you're finishing on the 26th. Once you come here on the 27th, and then we'll talk about it. I assume you're already thinking about how you're going to handle things when you leave OBP. That's one
Well, I
thing we
just
need to
got
talk
there,
about.
I'm trying, I've talked to, my counselor and stuff, and so far, we're just trying to get a plan I'm gonna go straight down to 200 next week, and then start tapering off from
Okay.
there on out.
You're taking 200 milligrams, that's a lot.
No, I'm taking 250, and I'm going straight down to 200
Now, that's a
next
big
week.
jump, because usually they say 5 milligrams a week. But,
She said she thinks I can do that and then taper off of that, after that.
okay.
So that's the
Well,
plan.
they're the experts on that, not me, so, but one of the things from being involved with other people, we gotta start thinking about the future and what are you gonna do down the road. So, and they'll help you with that. Get a plan in place for what's gonna come next. And we want to have that ready to go on the 27th when you come back.
We will have a plan, Your Honor.
Okay.
Thank you.
Good start.
Thank you.
June 27th, 9
Thank
o'clock,
you.
next hearing.
Reuben Mitchell, John Pfeiffer, Kalina Stapleton, Jared Stover, William Leroy Tony, Joe Walton II.
Reuben Mitchell, 133933. Reuben Mitchell. Reuben Mitchell has been called for, has not appeared. So there'll be a warrant issued for not appearing. John Pfeiffer, 24216, is here.
Yes, Your Honor.
Fines paid, community service, more than half done.
Yes,
Still
sir,
got a
about
couple
2 days.
left.
2 days
Okay.
left, I'm pretty
All
sure.
right. Let's get it done the next time frame.
Okay.
Are you working?
I'm going to be starting out on my stepdad's farm, I'm hoping.
Okay, well, it's gonna be a Monday or Friday for your comeback.
Monday.
Hearing date. Mondays are better?
Yeah.
Okay.
Is there any way I could get like an extended, like July or something
Yeah,
like
I'm
that?
gonna make it in July.
Okay, perfect. Thank you, Your Honor.
I'll make it July the 7th. If you get it done by then, you don't have to come back. That's all you got left is 2 days community service. Get it done, you don't have to be here. Just confirm with your probation officer or Mr. Cooper, community service director, that you're done, and then you don't have to be here.
Okay.
Okay, July 7th, 9 o'clock.
Yeah, thank you, Your Honor.
You're welcome. Kalina Stapleton? Am I pronouncing it right?
Yeah, you did.
Okay, so I got a letter from Lawrence County Recovery. You're signed up for the DIP school.
I am,
And that's happening,
July 31st.
yeah, so, and you've done your community service and paid your fines. Okay, so what I'm gonna do with you, you've got everything done but that, so I'm gonna go to, in August and set your next review hearing date for August the 15th. So as long as you complete the dip school, and they send us a letter, which they are good about doing that, they'll do it, then you don't have to be here, because that's all you've got left.
Okay.
August 15th, 9 o'clock. If something happens, and I've had people say I want to go, and then they don't go, and I don't have proof that you went, then you still have to be here and explain why you didn't get it done.
Okay.
Or you get a warrant for not showing up. You understand?
Yes.
Okay, August 15th is your next hearing.
Okay, thank you, Your Honor.
All right, next hearing is Jared Stover, 24-461. You're supposed to continue with OBP, are you doing that?
No.
Okay.
The last hearing, I was told if I got my fines paid and the community service done, I'd be done.
Okay, well, let's see, I don't have a completion letter, I don't think. Let me check, make sure I'm not wrong about that. I do not have a letter of completion from OBP, and you were ordered to go to OBP, continue your treatment there. Ms. Connect, can you check and get us a report?
Yes.
Go speak to her, Mr. Stover, she's a representative from OBP. After you
I stopped like 6 months ago with that treatment.
Well, I need a letter from them saying you completed. That was
Okay.
part of your order.
But can I start?
Sir, I've ordered you to go talk with this lady, then come back. No arguing with me. Go talk to her. We'll recall you after you do.
Sorry, Your Honor.
William Tony, 24-432.
Good morning, Your Honor.
Good morning. Okay, and you, unlike the previous gentleman, have brought me a completion letter from OVP. That was part of what you were ordered to do. You got me a letter saying you went to your counseling and you completed it, and you've done your community service and paid your fine. So
Yes,
your
sir.
case is now completed and you are discharged and do not have to come back for any further.
All right, thank you. You have a great day, Your Honor.
Joe Walden, 14,594, 13,358, 13,1199. And you just have fines and costs to pay. And you made a payment today.
Yes.
Okay. Are you working
Yes.
Mondays or Fridays for your follow-up?
I work night shift at the mission, so I can work in.
Okay.
Yeah.
This is Huntington City Mission?
Yes, sir.
Now, Mr. Webb, I assume you see him, I said hello. I
Okay.
think they're doing great work there.
Yeah, I really enjoy it.
I'm sorry?
I really enjoy it there.
Okay, good. Well, there's a definite need that the mission fills. Okay, I'm going to set you for July the 7th.
Okay.
And I don't know if you're aware of this. Sometimes I assume people know things that they don't know. If you can't afford to make payments, you can do extra community service here. And you get credit of $50 for every day you do. And you can do any day here at the court at 7:30 to about 2:30 would be your day, and any day but Sunday.
Okay. I'm about to graduate Hawk next week, so I'll have more time to do that.
Okay.
You know, I just have a lot of classes and stuff right now.
Or you can pay, either way.
Yeah, I'm prepared to pay
Or mix
either.
it up, do some community service, pay some.
Okay.
That's a way to get it, for people that can't afford to pay, that's a way to get it done.
Okay.
Okay, all right, let's get this taken care of. July 7th, next hearing, 9 o'clock.
Your Honor, we're ready for elections.
Thank you, Your Honor.
You're welcome. All right, that finishes the reviews. We're going to start with new cases now, and that's called the arraignment, is what the lawyers call it. When your first appearance in court, it's called an arraignment. So people that have arraignments need to be in the courtroom. We've got several set for today. Also, if you had an old case, like if you had a review hearing and you missed and didn't come, you'll get called with the arraignments if we know you're here. If you show up and you were supposed to be here on a different day, you didn't show up, there's probably a warrant for you. You need to go check in with the clerk and say, I'm here, I missed a hearing date before. They'll put you with the arraignments and we'll call your case up and deal with it then. So go check in with the clerk if you missed a hearing before. When your name is called, come up to the table to your right and stand there. I'm going to go over the charges with you. I don't file the charges. The gentleman that just came in seated at the table to your left is the assistant prosecutor. The prosecutor's office decides what charges to file. I have no input in that. Usually when I read it here, that's the first time I've seen the charge. It may be false. It may not be true. I don't know. The evidence will show that down the road. But you need to understand what the charges are so you know what you're facing. You don't have to agree with it. You don't have to say anything. You have a right to remain silent. What you do say is on the record. Everything that we say today, now it's to the point where we're not only recording what we say, audio, but the video. So if you deny what you said something later, they're going to have a video of you standing here saying what came out of your mouth. So if you admit something about your case, that can come back to be used against you later by the prosecutor. You have a right to have an attorney, that is appointed to represent you if you can't afford one. And I have to ask you about your income if you want a court-appointed lawyer. You have a right to bail and to make the state of Ohio prove any charges against you beyond a reasonable doubt. All defendants have those rights I just explained. If you enter a guilty plea or a no contest plea, you're waiving those rights. Do not waive your rights if you don't understand what's happening, if you're confused. If you want to deny it and make the state prove the charges, that's your right. You need to enter a not guilty plea. If you want to talk to a lawyer, enter a not guilty plea. So the bottom line is not guilty is always the safest plea to enter when you're asked for a plea. Do not enter a guilty plea to get the case over with. I have people say that, I just want it over with. That's not a good reason to enter a guilty plea. Call the first case.
State of Ohio versus Christopher Reese, case number TRC 251229, A and B.
Okay, this is a case where Mr. McCown has been hired. I was contacted about this. I believe there's a written not guilty plea. Yes, there is a written plea of not guilty. And a waiver of arraignment, which I'll accept. It's in the court's file and his file. So I don't have any information for Mr. McCown when we wanted to set a pretrial. Do you, Mr. Field?
No, unless he mentioned it in the text last evening, but I don't remember.
He did not. So what I'll set it at the court's convenience, and if he doesn't like it, he can ask to change it. So it's going to be in June. Okay, I'm going to set it for June 16th for a pretrial. June 16th, pretrial, 10 o'clock. I'll let Mr. Reese sign a $1,500 signature bond when he appears. Mr. McCown is shown as counsel, not guilty plea is entered.
What date, Your Honor?
June 16th.
State of Ohio versus Cameron v. Carroll, case number PRC 25-1245, A and B.
Sir, are you Cameron Carroll?
Yes, sir.
Mr. Carroll, the state filed a charge alleging that on May 24th at 3:31 a.m. in Perry Township, you were driving a vehicle while you were under the influence of either alcohol, drugs, or some combination of those substances. The state's alleging this is the first, that you've never been convicted of a prior offense, so this would be your first offense. It makes a difference on what the penalties are. And that you submitted to a urine test. So urine tests are packaged and sent to a lab in Columbus for testing, and it takes several weeks to get the results. So I don't have any results today, so what the state's alleging was contained in your urine. The maximum penalty, this is a first-degree misdemeanor, OBI, operating a vehicle intoxicated charge. The maximum penalty that you face is 6 months in jail, $1,525 fine, 3-year license suspension. The minimum penalty is 3 days in a treatment program, $375 fine, and a 6-month license suspension. You're also charged with driving outside your lane. That's a minor misdemeanor, no jail time. Maximum penalty is $150 fine. So you have 2 charges. Do you understand those 2 charges?
Yes, Your Honor.
Do you understand the rights I explained defendants have at the beginning of this session?
Yes, Your Honor.
Do you have any questions before you enter a plea?
No, Your Honor.
What plea do you wish to enter?
Not guilty.
Do you want to be considered for a court-appointed lawyer?
Excuse me?
Do you want to be considered for a court-appointed lawyer?
No, sir. No, Your
You're going to
Honor.
hire a lawyer?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. I'm going to just go out for your next hearing because it's going to take several weeks to get the results back. Just from experience, I know it's going to be probably at least 9 weeks before we get results from the urine screen back. And there's no reason really to come back until we get those. So that's actually going to be, put us at August the 1st for your next hearing. August 1st, be pretrial at 10 o'clock. You are not under a license suspension, even though you're charged with an ODI, because you get an automatic license suspension if you refuse to take tests. You didn't refuse to take a test, or if you take a test like the breath test and test over, there's an automatic license suspension. None of those happen to you, so your license is still in effect unless it's suspended for some other reason, and apparently it isn't, but they didn't charge you with that. So I'm going to let you sign a $1,500 signature bond. And what that means is you're just signing a piece of paper that says, I promise to come to court as I'm ordered to, or I'll pay $1,500 as a penalty for not showing up. And you get a warrant. So if you don't show up, you get, the worst part is you get a warrant. But you can be made to pay $1,500 then. As long as you come to court, I'm not making you post any money. Do you have any questions?
No, Your Honor.
Okay, August the 1st is your next hearing unless you hire a lawyer that says, I made arrangements for a different date, and you come when they tell you to.
Okay.
Your Honor, does he need to be fingerprinted?
True, thanks for reminding me of that. But kind of a new thing with the Ohio Attorney General's office. So people that get cited, I assume you were cited in the court, you weren't arrested and taken to the jail?
Correct.
Okay. I got it.
Well, sorry, I didn't mean to
Did you
interrupt
go to the
you.
jail?
I went to the jail. I didn't go in like the drunk taker,
They
the
didn't
whatever
take you there.
they didn't really take me into the jail.
Okay.
They just kind of cited me there.
All right, so as a part of your bail, I'm going to make a condition of your bail. You have to go back to the sheriff's office and you'll give him a piece of paper to take with you sometime before August the 1st and get fingerprinted. You'll take this piece of paper, because everybody that gets a criminal charge has to be fingerprinted. And if you went into the jail, they would have fingerprinted you then. But since you didn't go into the jail, they didn't fingerprint you. So I got to order you to do that as part of your bail.
Okay.
You understand that?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. Mr. Cooper will get you a piece of paper to take with you to give to the jail. Just go, ring the buzzer, tell them you're there to get fingerprinted, and give them that paper, and You won't have to stay. That's, you don't have to
Yeah.
stay. Just get fingerprints.
Okay.
Okay. August 1st is your next hearing, 10 o'clock.
Awesome. Thank you, Your Honor.
You're welcome.
State of Ohio versus Taylor Burge, case number TRD 25-1228. Taylor Burge.
Okay, Taylor Burge is not here, but decided to be here today at 9 a.m. This is the wrong court. I'm going to dismiss it. She's not here. I talked to the lieutenant about this week. He said they've got 4 new troopers and they're still figuring out what they're supposed to do. I guess they're probably just out of the academy. This was a non-jailable traffic offense. They're supposed to be cited to traffic court, not to. We do traffic cases here, only jailable traffic. There has to be a jailable traffic. This is not jailable, so I'm going to dismiss it for being cited in the wrong court.
State of Ohio versus Caleb J. Langdon, case number CRB 25251.
And you're Caleb Langdon.
Yes, sir.
He's at Lawrence County Recovery now. When did he start at Lawrence County Recovery?
A month and a half ago.
Okay.
And he is also.
So after this charge is alleged to have happened, this is April the 11th, so it was after that? He went, okay. All right, so Mr. Langdon, you're charged with endangering children. It's alleged in case number 25251 that on April the 11th, 2025, in Union Township, you were the parent, guardian, or custodian of a minor child, that you violated the duty of care, protection, or support. That's endangering children is the charge. It's a first-degree misdemeanor. Maximum penalty is 6 months in jail, $1,000 fine. Do you understand the charge?
Yes, sir.
Do you understand the rights you have as a defendant?
Yes, sir.
How do you plead to this charge?
Not guilty.
You want a lawyer appointed?
Yes, sir.
Is there a children services case over the child?
Yes, it has been resolved. It's dismissed.
Okay. Did you have a court-appointed lawyer in that?
No, they came to my residence and he told me if I went into treatment and gave him a month of clean drug screens, he would basically dismiss it to make a decision.
Okay. Well, I was going to try to get the same lawyer for both, but you don't have a case there, so that's not a consideration. All right, I'll appoint Mr. Stratton. He's here. We'll get him in the courtroom and introduce you. Mr. Stratton, this is Caleb Langdon. Mr. Langdon? He has been charged with endangering children.
Sure.
And he's an inpatient at Lawrence County Recovery. This had to do with some alleged drug use and the child being present at the time, as I understand it. So, not guilty plea is entered for him. I'm going to let him sign a signature bond of $1,500. And then for pretrial dates, I'm looking at the 16th or after June.
The 16th would be, the 16th is okay, Your Honor.
It's good. Yeah. June 16th will be the next hearing. Be a pretrial at 10 o'clock. Not guilty plea is entered. As a condition of your bond, I'm also going to make a condition that you stay in treatment at Lawrence County Recovery.
Yes,
All right.
sir.
All right, thank you, Your Honor.
You're welcome. Yeah, you're probably right. I take it you were not fingerprinted at the jail.
Not this time, but I've been fingerprinted.
I think they still want.
It has to be linked to every.
Yeah, every new charge. So as a part of your bond, I'm going to order that you go to the jail and get fingerprinted before June 16th when you come back. So Mr. Cooper will give you a document you need to take with you to the jail to get that done.
Okay,
All right.
thank you.
All right,
Thank you, sir.
You're welcome.
State of Ohio versus Cody K. Nolan, case number CRB 25250.
And sir, you're Cody Nolan.
Yes, yes, sir.
Mr. Nolan, it's alleged that on April the 14th, 2025, Perry Township, you were the parent, guardian or custodian of a minor child that you violated, well, a duty of care, protection, or support created a risk to that child. That's a first-degree misdemeanor, maximum penalty, 6 months in jail, $1,000 fine. Do you understand the charge?
Yes, sir.
Do you understand your rights?
Yes, sir.
How do you plead to this
Not
charge?
guilty.
Not guilty?
Yes, sir.
You want a lawyer appointed?
Yes.
Are you working?
No, sir.
You have no income?
Yes, sir. I have Social Security, sir.
Okay, well, you're eligible for court appointed counsel then. Roger Smith, I will appoint. Mr. Smith is here. Mr. Smith, this is Cody Nolan. He's got a first-degree misdemeanor endangering children charge. Entering a not guilty plea for him. So you can sign a $1,500 OR bond, and also he'll have to go, make that a condition of his bond, he has to go to the jail and get fingerprinted.
Sure.
Setting cases June 16th or after for pre-trials.
Judge, I can do the 20th to 27th.
Okay, the 20th is good. June 20th will be the next hearing. Be a pre-trial at 10 o'clock, June 20th. Mr. Cooper, he needs that form too. Mr. Nolan, he's going to have to go to the jail to get fingerprinted also.
Yes, Your Honor.
Jail's going to have more stuff to do. Just what they want.
Okay, here's my card. There's somebody up here with the fingerprints.
Unfunded mandates, you get those all the time, but Attorney General decides, hey, it'd be a great idea to make everybody go get fingerprinted, okay? Well, we're not giving you any money. Just do it, okay?
State of Ohio versus Andre Howard, case number PRC 1791.
Howard is here, and it looks like there had been a review hearing set last summer, July 29th, that you failed to appear for, got a warrant issued because of it. It looks like most of your stuff is done.
Yeah, I just have to take the DUI class, I think.
Okay. And you're in treatment now?
Yes, sir. He's currently at Just for Today Recovery with us. He's doing quite well. He's compliant with all services.
And what's your name, sir?
Jared Patterson, Clinical Supervisor, Just for Today Recovery.
Okay. I do have a letter in the file. He started there in March, well?
March 27th.
Okay. Okay, so I'll withdraw the warrant since you came in on your own. So How long has he been with you, and how long is your program going to be?
He's been with us since March 27th. It's kind of an individualized basis. I think right now he's currently kind of working on obtaining independent housing and obviously gaining skills for his recovery. He's also is currently enrolled in Mountain West College, where he's going to start college courses, so he's doing quite well.
Okay, let me look at what your original judgment entry said you needed to do to be compliant. Okay, the original entry, this is some time ago, requires you to go to a 3-day school, but what I would do at this point, if you give me some documentation as to what he's done,